touchdown becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. Space on the right. He's got room. Hits the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks swell their first quarter by 6. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find paydirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Seahawks with an early lead. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Has it downfield working the left. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here.
Here we go.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready.
Milrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. Give him a full 40 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Past the 60. Pass, go.
Throwing here, Milrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So it's 2nd and 10 now, ball still at that 39-yard line. Now it's Milrow. his target. That's Torrey Horton. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks make it a 3-possession game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
To kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
18.
2nd and 13. Hits his running back. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They go play action with Stroud. He throws a bullet to this. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans get it back to a 14-point game.
Texans 21. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Buying some time right. He can run it. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Come on, come on.
Walker on 1st down. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
79 Broncos. 18 Roderick. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Milrow now to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
Texans 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Declines the touchback block, and then he can pay in a big way. He's tackled before he can get to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Bronk. Here's 1st and 10. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. From the gun, Stroud. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ready up.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hup.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
On the set.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11
Get it.
at the Texans' 39-yard line.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. It's a Seattle touchdown! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Jackson Smith-Njigba with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
Seahawks 49, Texans 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Kirk on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's trying another one deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rick Woolen with the INT. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Cut near the goal line. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Looking to throw, Stroud. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Stroud and the Texans looking to tack on 2 more. He's throwing for it! And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
Texans 29. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Seahawks taking over on offense. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time, and it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Throwing now, Milrow. Short pass brought in. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Shotgun now for Milrow. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. 40. Oh, this big guy is moving. Elijah Arroyo. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead.
Texans 29. Michael Dixon to kick off for
On
Seattle.
now is Dixon to kick this one away. Barrios now to return it. Ooh, a big leap from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10. Stroud off of play action. Taking his shot deep down the field. Big gain downfield. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Looking underneath here to Mixon. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They have themselves another first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Running in the red zone. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. It's second and goal. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Third and goal, and the offense hoping something can finally go right here. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Ready.
First down throw here from Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Yeah, this offense has just been in tremendous rhythm. They've been able to stay on schedule. The key about sacks, tackles for loss, negative yards, it totally disrupts the rhythm and the play calling to that coordinator. Let's hope for this defensive sake, if they want to get in any rhythm, well, that's not the last sack of this ball game.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So that brings up 4th and long. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Takes it in at the 21. And that return brings us to the end of our first 2 quarters of play. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
The Seahawks.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Go! Cowboy, 60 Bobcat, 60.
From the gun, Milrow. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And they're on him quick after the catch. The stop made at the 19. That's a good find from the Alabama rookie, and that'll give him a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. To the air, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans start the second half with some needed points. Nico Collins with a touchdown. His third through the air this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them.
And it's no good. Denied by the right upright. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Kate, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big third down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
That's taken in by Cobb. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
18, pioneer.
Milrow with it on first. Finds Cup once more. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Bronco 80.
Strong running inside the 30. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
From the red zone now. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
At the 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Trying again following the sack. Hits him on the out route.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Go. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Milrow from the gun. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
It depends on the kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Only quick, right?
First down, Stroud. On the move, headed right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
18, what's that?
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Nico Collins with a touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal
Here we
gain.
go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
2nd and 8. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Set up. 70 Timberwolves. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Got it. Ready?
3rd and just 2 to go.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready?
Milrow looking to throw. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air, Milrow. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Myers to add the PAT.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
All right. 18, what's that?
On play action, here's Stroud. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Seahawks have the football, up a couple of scores to start the fourth quarter.
Ready, set.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
60 Bobcat, 62.
Shotgun now for Milrow. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Scoop.
To throw, here's Milrow. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Barrios now to return it. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. He beams one deep right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So it's second down coming up.
Buggy. Hey, team. What's that? Look the hot. Why Tony?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's loaded another one up. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
11.
Looking to throw, Stroud. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength.
Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Stroud's pass. Intercepted.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Running is Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
On the jump. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff running left, Walker. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
They're going to pass it here. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead.
Texans 49. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Whoa, and he gives himself up quickly to the surprise of, well, us and his entire team. Awful field position to start.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
South.
Stroud throwing here on first. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And no touchdown here. He just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans putting up points in a game decided. Nico Collins with the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to be out of bounds. Not a positive return there. Only making it up to the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Come on, come on. Ready?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Dragon, gravity lion. Let go.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Trying to push it deep downfield. Again, he connects with Collins. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge game that totally changes the tone of the drive.
11. Why Tony?
From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
19 Texans.
From the gun, Stroud. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this drive.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
76. Texans 63. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off now for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Things going well so far.
Corey Horton. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. And off to Walker from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
Go.
Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Will Rowe from the gun. And he's off from up there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31.
Look at hot, look at hot.
Back to throw, Stroud. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And that'll bring up second down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Try and push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.